Take a look at Andrew Long getting psyched up for the 133-pound weight class, and we've got a good one here. Andrew Long against Tyler Graff. There's Graff, ranked 3rd in the country for the Badgers. Long, ranked 8th in the country for Penn State. Both sophomores.
Yeah, I think we talked about it earlier, Brian, but two return All-Americans, both have a go-get-it kind of style. It should make for an interesting matchup.
Long was the national runner-up last year at 125. Graff, 5th at 133. And Graff gets the early takedown. And he'll let Long free, and now Graff back on the attack. 30 seconds into the first period. Graff leading 2-1. And a restart.
I think both wrestlers have that style, where they both want to score a lot of points, like to push the action the whole time. So I expect this to be a pretty high-scoring match.
Yeah, the scouting report on Graff has him as a high-paced, up-tempo wrestler who really likes to attack on his feet. He got the early takedown to take a 2-1 lead here at 133 after Long escaped. We're about a minute into the first period. Graff at 24-1. His only loss this season came in the Cliff Clean Invitational Championships to Andrew Hochstasser of Boise State, 7-3. Long joined the Nittany Lions midway through the season, a transfer from Iowa State. Graff in again. Good single leg. Long trying to turn out of it. Graff still attacking the ankles. Long trying to get height. Now Graff with height. Trying to come behind and hook an ankle.
Both wrestlers are in a position here where, whoever gets their hips highest usually wins this battle. So we'll see what happens. I would think, though, you got to get your hips high to win this.
Long trying to come up, steps over. Still no points awarded. On the edge of the mat, 2 for Long. And he's in front.
Awesome wrestling right there, from both wrestlers. They're going at it, and like we said, their hips got to be high there, and Long just was persistent, came out on top, and scored, knew where he was at on the end of the bat.
Long, a redshirt sophomore from Creston, Iowa. Two wrestlers that have had a lot of success early in their careers. Long breaks them back down, looking for back, and Graff is able to escape and get the point to tie it here, 3-3 at 133. Brad Pataki had the win at 125 for Penn State, 10-5. We've got a good one here at 133. 2 returning All-Americans. One of the true toss-ups of this dual meet tonight. Also a toss-up at 149. Frank Molinaro and Cole Schmidt, 2 top 10 wrestlers going at it. And then at 285, Cameron Wade and Eric Bugenhagen.
Yeah, on paper, this is a good matchup for a wrestling fan. There's 4 or 5 matchups where both wrestlers are ranked, and just exciting if you're a fan for the sport of wrestling,
Both teams have a few holes. Long trying to get the takedown. Short time here in the first. Switches to a double. Drives him down. And the lead. 5-3 for Long as the first period comes to an end. Good takedown.
Great job by Andrew recognizing how much time's left on the clock. And getting a good shot off and scoring the two crucial points that come right at the end of the period there.
Another great crowd tonight for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Sold out rec hall. They've packed the track. And love for wrestling in central Pennsylvania is back. And Cale Sanderson's done an outstanding job in his first 2 seasons. Graff trying to get out here to start the second period. Long breaks him back down. He's got to work up, and he will. And Graff looks like he's trying to get to the edge and get a fresh start. Now comes to his feet, and Long will push him off.
These matchups are come to the end of the season here, very important for seedings and just going into the Big Ten tournament. A lot's on stake with these matchups where you have 2 wrestlers that are ranking that are both are wrestling that are both ranked. It's I think both guys want to win. Just obviously they want to win, but it's kind of important for the end of the year here.
Long had a big win last weekend on Friday night, a 9-6 decision over 7th-ranked B.J. Fitzgerald of Illinois. And Long riding tough here to start the second period. 45 seconds of riding time for the sophomore for the Nittany Lions. And again, Graff trying to come to his feet. 4-point stance. Tries to kick out and can, and gets the escape. 5-4 the score. 51 seconds of riding time for Long. You can hear, though, Wisconsin coaches yelling that Long may be tired. In this one, you're going to need some stamina. Great action in the early going. Long back in again on a reshot. Graff's able to fight this one off. Long came out of a scramble last time. He's got to get his hips high.
That looks like it'd be 2 to me.
And the takedown awarded. Not much change.
Yeah.
And now Long's able to kick free.
Kind of a similar situation we saw last week, you know. Not much has changed, but I think just a little bit of position there, and the ref gave him 2 points. So
Long over a minute of riding time, up 7-4 here at 1:33. Looking for the upset. 8th-ranked Andrew Long for Penn State. 3rd-ranked Tyler Graff for Wisconsin. Just 1 loss on the season for Graff. Riding tough on the edge. Graff trying to get out and does. And he'll have a fresh start in the middle.
This is an important time for both wrestlers here. I mean, 8 seconds left. Graff, you know, escape here, gets the match within a takedown, and for Long, you know, to ride him out and get another almost 10 seconds on his riding time. Just real important position for both guys.
Riding time at 1:32 currently. Graff trying to get an escape. Short time. Long's able to bring him back to his base. And Andrew Long with a 7-4 lead through 2 at 1:33. And it's Long's choice. He'll go down to start the 3rd period. Barry Davis knows this one is important at 1:33 if his Badgers can pull off an upset tonight. Tyler Graff is good on his feet. And we're going to see if he can get some takedowns here against Long, who's been so good at defending those shots. Good reshots from Long in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, he's done a terrific job of, you know, when someone gets on his leg, he just kind of makes it his offense, you know, and turns it into his points. And like you said, Graff's great on his feet, so I expect the next 2 minutes here to be an all-out, you know, kind of exciting period of wrestling.
Long by 4 with 1 minute and 37 seconds of riding time. He has Graff underneath him, trying to work a front head and arm. Down on a leg, crashing in and getting the takedown. Andrew Long dominating at 1:33. Pushes Graff off the edge of the mat, and they love it.
This is, you know, Coach Sanderson, he loves this kind of wrestling, you know, building your lead and just how he pushed him off the mat and he's continuing to attack. I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to see out of his guys.
Penn State with the win at 125. Long leading here at 1:33. And Andrew Alton coming up next for Penn State, heavily favored at 141. Can Long fight off another deep shot from Graff? That's just a good sprawl, and you can see he's trying to block the knees and keep his hips away.
Yeah, and he was collapsed down to his hip right there, and he did a great job of getting his right hip back up to the ceiling, which you said puts a lot of weight on your opponent's shoulders.
Long looks to be in outstanding conditioning right now, and Graff a little tired. He has to go on the attack, trailing by 5, Long with riding time, and that point is secured.
And you know, Brian, we talked about it, Pataki's bonus point, but Long has a chance now to get bonus points here, which not just an upset, but also a major decision if he gets another takedown and rides it out.
Graff with just 1 loss on the season. And he's trying to stay away from Andrew Long. Stalling warning against Graff. 15 seconds to go. Long on the edge of the mat. Graff is able to fight it off. He has to be careful that Long's not able to bring him back in. And with 9 seconds to go, a new start in the middle. Make it 7 seconds. Long by 5 with riding time. He's going to come away with a win here and a big upset at 133.
Absolutely. Did a great job. I mean, it was a great match for a fan, but if you're a Penn State fan, Andrew Long did a great job of scrambling there and wrestling a tough match.
Long trying to get bonus after the violation point, and he wins at 133. A huge upset for Penn State.